Hey everyone, Aaron here. And this is a new series that I like to call SA Reviews. SA is going to stand for Surprise Attack Reviews. And I'll explain that real fast. So essentially, while I do my reviews, and I've said this a few times before in the past, so I'm sorry I sound like a broken record. But what I do in my reviews is I have a lot of them backlogged. So this way, every day I can put one up and I don't have to do one every single day in terms of I have to wake up in the morning, actually do a review on top of my schedule around real life stuff. And well, this is real life, but you get what I mean though. But anyways, so what happens is, occasionally I'll be watching an anime, and I want to review it, but the problem is that I was thinking, how can I review it when I've already had a lot of my other reviews backlogged? Then I have to either reset my backlog and I have to erase all the other ones I've done, or I have to add it on when I don't want to do it so late. I'd rather do it now. So what I decided to do was make a new series, SA, with Surprise Attack. So this way, on top of my normal numbered reviews, these will be like, literally surprises. They will be reviews that I just think of doing on the fly. It's more so reviews of stuff that I just recently finished. So within like anything from a week to a few days, these reviews will pop up after I've finished that anime. And I figured for my first Surprise Attack review, I would do Parasyte, the Maximum. So Parasyte actually reminds me a lot of The Thing, if anyone remembers that old movie from way back when, where our main character, Shinichi, as he's called, is a kind of cowardly guy. He's afraid of insects, kind of, one of those people that's very shy, afraid of his own shadow, essentially. But one day, or excuse me, one night in particular, he has a dream, it seems like, of something entering his hand. And he doesn't understand what it was. And, when he looks for the entrance wound to where the thing entered his hand, he thinks that, at a time, he thinks it was a snake. He doesn't find anything, so he thinks, yeah, okay, it was just a dream. Lo and behold, though, he learns very fast that it was not just a dream, it was actually a parasite that entered his hand. And he also discovers that these parasites actually mean to attach themselves into the brain and take over the whole host. But with Shinichi, he was listening to music at the time of him going to sleep, so it can only enter via his hand. So what essentially it boils down to is that Shinichi very quickly learns that he's not the only one that was affected this way. There's actually a lot of people in the Tokyo area that were hit by these parasites and are now just creatures roaming around that look like humans. But the big difference is, unlike his parasite, who he names Mickey, those parasites actually have only two things in life that they want to do: live and feed. And what they feed on, ironically enough, like The Thing, is humans. They eat humans. So quickly, Shinichi ends up kind of getting enthralled into this whole plot of, he's got to live his normal life of high school. On top of that, he has to deal with these creatures that he could sense because of his right hand, but he doesn't know how he's going to approach it and how he's going to stop it, what he's going to do. And one thing about the Parasyte series, it was an older manga that came out before I was born, and I was surprised that when I read it recently, just a quick glance because I wanted to watch the anime more than anything else, I noticed that the source material is pretty close, like everything's on par. But I tell you, the animation for this is what really stuck me as like something just awe-inspiring. I love the animation in Parasyte. I think it's amazing. But even more so, I just think that this show is the prime example of what you can do with horror. In that, even when the series kind of ramps up to its conclusion and things happen along the way, our main character, is still kind of fearsome. He's still kind of worried about certain characters, certain things. And the creatures that he deals with never kind of don't get uncreepy. They're always very odd things that move around and wriggle around. And that never changes for the whole show. Like, I thought I would get used to that by episode 24, but I never was. It was always kind of creepy to see these things kind of worm themselves into mass creatures and, slice up other baddies and such. So I gotta say, Parasyte was an awesome series. I loved it. Like I said, it's a lot like The Thing in the sense that The Thing was, what if the human race got affected with a creature, The Thing being an alien kind of race, but what if it affected the human race, and what happens if now the humans can't tell one each other apart? And I think that's what Parasyte was going for, kind of a mimic to The Thing. But it does it in its own way that, I don't just call it a copy. I call it its own work. It's actually very, very well done. I honest to God, if I had to review this A through F, A plus. I'm gonna give it an A plus. I really liked it. There are some plot issues toward the end. I think it kind of skips, it seems like, a little parts here and there just to kind of speed up the end process. And I'm not particularly a fan of the final fight in the series. I think it kind of is a little too much Japanese RPG. I love Japanese RPGs, mind you, but it's a little bit different from what the show is kind of portraying in its characters. But the whole ride, even and the ending itself, was phenomenal. I actually think this was a great horror / maybe action series, if anything. And I highly recommend. This came out just, if I believe, last year, and it just finished, I think, within the last year, probably toward the end. But it's awesome. It's all on Crunchyroll. You can watch all episodes. It's only Japanese dub for the time being. I would love to re-review this in English dub because I actually probably will rewatch it when it comes out in English dub. But yeah, Parasyte the Maximum, awesome show, worth definitely checking out. It has just those little bits of horror that make it into something that is so unique in terms of horror that I haven't seen anything like that recently. And it was very surprising for me. I really was surprised that this show was that good. But anyways, that's it for this review. So like I said, these are essays called, surprise attacks. And they will not take place on my number reviews. They won't have numbers on them. They just will be, whatever I'm reviewing that day, and then in parentheses, essay. So this way you guys know it's not part of my numbered series. But anyways, guys, I hope you like this content. If you don't, please tell me in the comments. But I think you guys will like it. If you guys do like it, please like, comment, subscribe. As of recently, I'm still at 23 subscribers. I kind of want to get that to 25 before October. I promised if I do at least get up to by October, I will definitely keep doing reviews all the way up until either next year or maybe even past the next year. I don't know. But anyways, guys, until next time, until I press cross again in the next review, have a good one. Bye.